Well, 33 years ago, I was out at the Chathams and I was offered a contract to cull Pitt Island wild sheep. And there were about 5,000 to 10,000 Pitt Island wild sheep on a place called the Bluff at Pitt Island. And I ended up shooting about 3,000 over about an 18-month period. And I worked with Doc at that time. And towards the end of that project, I thought, heck, these are tough sheep. They're competing against 3,500 big Romney wethers, 500 big cattle, and about 500 pigs, and every single ewe lamb every ewe hogget had a lamb, and they were real survivors. And I thought I must get some of these and put them in a hunting block sometime. So about 16 years ago, we brought 10 out from the Chathams, and over the next 5 years we brought about 600, I suppose, out from the Chathams, and we've now got about 3,500 here on this place called Kauai Vale, which is very similar to the Chatham Islands. It's got cliffs going down into the sea, and a lot of bush and a lot of grass and a lot of scope. Yeah, the Pitt Island wild sheep originated from the supposedly Saxony merinos, and they were brought into New Zealand in 1842. A Baron von Elsdorf had them for sale in Wellington. He had 50 sheep, and he wanted to send them to a missionary station that had just been set up on the Chathams by some Germans, and they didn't want them, so they were sent to Southeast Island, which is just off Pitt Island. They just set up a whaling station there in 1842, and then Frederick Hunt bought Pitt Island off the Maoris in 1841, and then he took these Pitt Island wild sheep, or took the sheep off off Southeast Island and put them onto Pitt Island, and about 10 years later he started farming Romneys, and these went wild, and they've been running wild for 160 years now, which is why they're so tough, because they've had to compete in the wild environment without any help from man. So they don't get fly strike, they don't get affected by internal or external parasites, and they've developed pretty impressive horns, and that's part of the reason why I was wanting to get some of them here for the hunting game. Okay.
It's a European calibre, very popular in Europe, and very effective.
Dead smack.
The sheep. See that big patch of bush?
Yeah.
On the top side, you'll see in the binoculars a little clearing just off the green. There's a whole bunch lying in this.
Yeah, the stuff in the green. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Seen quite a nice ram down behind this rocky outcrop, and stalk down the hill here, and just going to poke our noses around the corner and see if we can't get a shot away. It's the bedded down there, so they haven't got on to us yet, so we've got a good chance. Just got to find a good rest.
My name's Garry Folkard. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and Tim was kind enough to book me a hunt here out on the Banks Peninsula. We had a wonderful hunt this afternoon. We spent a lot of time spotting and finally put a good stock on this ram and took him down at about 150 yards or so in about a 40-50 mile an hour crosswind. But it all went good. Thanks Tim for a wonderful hunt.